Hello, you're watching Got Space Game and it's time for DCS in 3 or less. Today we're in the Chinook, learning how to do a cold and dark start. The module has just been released into early access and I get the feeling that the procedure will change, so subscribe and turn on notifications for updates when that happens. As always, useful control bindings will be on screen at the end of the video. Let's jump in the cockpit and get going. On the overhead panel, battery on. APU to the run position and leave it there for a count of 5 seconds. Hold the APU switch in the start position for another 2 seconds until you hear it start to run. And release. Wait for the APU light to come on and turn on the APU generator. Turn on the FADEX and both power transfer switches. Move the thrust control lever, the cyclic and the yaw pedals all through their full range of motion. Note the effect on the shadow of the rotor blade. Bring up the engine displays on the co-pilot's MFD. Back on the overhead panel, turn on all of the fuel pumps and the fuel crossfeed. Put both engine condition levers into the ground position. You need to drag the lever upwards to do this, bit counterintuitive, but if you push it too far you can use right click to go backward. Hold down engine 1 start. Wait for the NG1 to reach 12% and then you can release the switch. Once the engine stabilises around 50%, press and hold engine 2 start using the right mouse button. You can release it once it reaches 12%. Once both engines are stabilised, advance both engine condition levers to the flight position. Give the engines a moment to come up to speed. Turn the left and right generator on, the APU generator off, and the APU off. Turn both power transfer switches off. Acknowledge any advisories on the centre panel. Set up the pilot's flight displays to your preference. I've put up the engine instruments and the HSD with the map. Reset the master caution. To taxi, check that the flight control system is off. Unlock the steering. You could use the swivel steering if you've got a spare axis for the tiller. Fully depress the brake pedals to release the parking brake. Raise the thrust lever a little and push slightly forward on the cyclic to get moving. With the steering unlocked you can use the yaw pedals to turn and apply opposite yaw to stop the turn. Try not to apply too much cyclic as this can tip the helicopter forwards or backwards. Zero the thrust lever and brake once you're in takeoff position. Lock the swivel steering again. Check auto trim and select both flight control systems. To take off, hold the CD rail button while raising the thrust lever. Add some forward cyclic to get going and use the bob button and the trim button to keep under control. I've been Dan and you've been watching DCS in 3 or less from Got Space Game. Massive thanks to all my Ko-fi supporters. Help me reach 3,000 subs. Hit subscribe for more 3-minute DCS tutorials.